Live from the House of LeMay Makeup and Dressing Room.
Here comes Amber. Stop what you're doing. Here comes Amber. She's just doing what she can. Here comes Amber. Cue the spotlight. Here comes Amber with 2 drinks in her hand. The matriarch of fashion, secrets to her glasses, you can't look away. Ask her, does she do it? There's really nothing to it. She's got that feminine game. If you have a party, or if you're feeling naughty, call up the House of LeMay. Here comes your favorite gal. Here comes your queen. Here comes the talk of the town. And we're live tonight. The music starts playing. It's time for cabaret. And we're live tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn off all cell phones and get ready for your host, Amber LeMay.
Other than being the devil, how is Trump like a goat? Remember when White House staffers reported that Trump chewed up and flushed documents down the toilet? Well, recently a pair of goats climbed on an Alabama patrol car and ate some important paperwork. Wait till the DOJ tries to collect DNA from goat poop.
When you look at the Pilgrim Monument, what do you see?
It seems like a large phallus.
A monument.
I said I could take it.
Very long and hard.
My husband convinced me to walk to the top.
Oh, that's a nipple squeeze.
I'm exhausted because there's no bar at the top.
Donald Duck?
Yes, if you look at the top, like at night, you squint and you see Donald Duck.
You say, I'm getting closer to P-Town where it's my people and all the people who came before me, so I could be out here on the streets and drag and feel comfortable and safe.
Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 120 of Amber Live. But first, I want you to like, share, and subscribe. Please do that. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, what do 9/11 and pumpkin spice have in common? They're both part of tonight's headlines. Today is September 11th, and just like the 3rd of September, a day we'll always remember, because that was the day 2,977 people died. There were many somber commemorations in New York, Washington, Pennsylvania, and other places throughout the world. A restaurant in Manassas, Virginia, chose their own way of remembering that day by serving up their own special menu. For those born on or before that day, 21 years ago, celebrate with a Remember Teeny, a concoction of lime and coconut rum, pineapple juice, whipped cream with a honey graham rim. Follow that up with a 2,977 chowder, a Flight 93 redirect crab dip, or a first responder flatbread. If you're on a date, you may want to try the Never Forget sampler that includes the chowder, the crab dip, flounder, the cocktail, and for dessert, Pentagon pie. Seriously, the clubhouse at Aquia Harbor was going to offer this menu. It didn't take long for diners to snap a picture of the menu and spread it on social media. George White, the establishment's manager, issued this statement. I apologize for those I offended with the 9/11 Seafood Sunday post. My intention was to bring attention to that horrific day 21 years ago, to honor those who lost so much as we all, those who gave everything that day. We will have a new theme tomorrow. Yes, George, I was offended, but not as much as I was back in 2016 when the Miracle Mattress store in San Antonio, Texas ran this ad.
What better way to remember 9/11 than with a Twin Tower sale? Right now, you can get any size mattress for a twin price.
Full mattress?
Twin price.
Queen mattress?
Twin price.
King mattress?
Twin price. Store-wide sale all day long.
Whoa!
Oh my God! We'll never forget.
The store closed shortly after that ad aired. Now, mattress sales to celebrate President's Day don't seem so bad now, do they? Oh, pumpkin spice. It's not just in your lattes, Oreos, Werther's Originals, toothpaste, or Spam anymore. It's now in your dictionary. This week, Merriam-Webster added 370 words and phrases to their pages. A spokesperson for the publisher said, "Some of these words will amuse or inspire. Others may provoke debate. Words offer a window into our ever-changing language and culture and are only added to the dictionary when there is a clear and sustained evidence of use." Okay, as much as I avoid pumpkin spice in all its variations, I can see where it could qualify. Subvariant is another addition. Seems like that was a no-brainer. But some of the other new words, adorkable, shrinkflation. If you go to their website, you can see all 370 words. And if you've heard of a third of them, I'd be surprised. I'm sticking with my Funkin' Wagnalls. And that's this week's headlines. On with the show. This is it. Come on in, Russell.
Hey, Amber, how are you?
I'm doing great, Russell. Can you think adorkable is now in the dictionary?
I'm not quite sure what I guess you're so dorky, you're adorable.
I don't know, but go on that website and look at the new phrases and words. I'm going, I've never heard of any of them.
Just make words up like you usually do.
Yes. So I know we've got some new viewers tonight, so tell them the best way to watch our show.
Oh my goodness, the best way to watch our show, as always, is on YouTube, because on YouTube you can see Amber Live and in full HD, and so that's youtube.com/Amber Live. If you're not there now, go on over. And the other reason to watch on YouTube is because all your friends are over there and they're in the chat room, so they can talk during the show, make comments, make funny quips, and even chat with Amber and myself and the other members of the Beaver Pond Players who happen to be on tonight. And I want to remind everyone that when the show's over, you can check out our TikTok, our Instagram, our Facebook, and our website. We have so much social media out there. It's incredible. And if you can't watch Amber Live, you can now listen to Amber Live during the Amber Live interviews. That's available anywhere great podcasts are published, and I usually publish those on Tuesday mornings, so that's a great time as you're driving to work or taking the train to work or however you get to work, or if you're staying at home and drinking your coffee, listen to the Amber Live interviews.
And if you go on our YouTube page, there are over 900 clips and full episodes of our shows and lots of things that you haven't seen on the show. So go over to our YouTube channel and browse around and subscribe while you're there.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe. We're getting to that crucial goal of 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there, so please help us out, subscribe, and enjoy all the fun that's there to enjoy.
Yes, give us a thumbs up, write a comment, and let us know you're there. All right, Russell, there's another way they can tell us they're there.
Oh, that's Amber Chat, actually. And Amber Chat happens on Wednesday nights, and they can come on the show and tell us they're there. And on Wednesday nights, we have sort of an open chat that's a lot of fun for anyone to join in, be part of the crew. We call it the Amber's Crew, or Amber's Screw if you're slurring your words after a few drinks. And we have a lot of fun there. We talk about whatever comes to Amber's mind and whatever comes to our fans' minds.
Yeah, we had fun this last Wednesday night. I found a Family Feud question about gay bars, which we'll tie in later on. And that was fun for our people to answer some of those questions.
That was a lot of fun. I hope we do more Family Feuds on Amber Chat nights, because
yes,
I think everybody enjoyed that.
Yes, they did. And how else can they show their support?
The most important way of all really is to become one of our bustiers. And we love our bustiers. They are so helpful. We have our super bustiers and our regular bustiers, and everybody who's given helps keep this show going. You can use that Venmo there at RJD Pro, or if you don't have Venmo, you can use a credit card on amberlive.tv. Look for the support Amber Live button, and any amount is welcome and helpful. If you would like to give $25 or more, I will send you an Amber Live sticker. If you give $100 or more, you get a sticker and a magnet. And for $200 or more, you get a sticker, a magnet, and a beautiful Amber Live mug. And again, that's that Venmo at RJD Pro. And honestly, you guys who are in our bustiers, you're the ones who have kept us running. It's really crucial. And I have to say thank you to all of you who have helped out. So thanks.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now on with the show. Now, if you watched last week's show, it was a composite. It was our vacation reel from Provincetown. But it wasn't all fun and games. Russell and I did some work while we were down there too. And one of the interviews we did was with Art Smith, and we're going to be showing that tonight. And it's a fascinating interview about gay bars. Now, for some of you younger people, you might not know what a gay bar is because they're closing down left and right. But we talk about the history of gay bars, and he's trying to compile a list of all the gay bars that ever existed. And so we talk about that and how you can help him out. It's a great interview, and I'm really excited to hear it. Since starting Amber Live back in March of 2020, I've talked to a lot of people. But you know what? Other people have asked to interview me as well, and one of them is Art Smith. And so I want to talk to Art now. Art, come on in. Hi there.
Hi, thanks, Amber. It's great to be here.
All right, so you have GayBarchives. What is the GayBarchives?
So GayBarchives is a project I started about almost 3 years ago that is intended to preserve the memories of the gay bars that we loved and lost. And so far, over the past 3 years, I have cataloged over 2,000 gay bars across the U.S. that no longer exist.
Now, what's the earliest bar that you've archived?
So that's kind of a complicated question because prior to World War II, there was really no such thing as a gay bar. They didn't advertise gay bar. They didn't have gay publications to advertise in. So they were euphemistic. They were, they had open-minded attitudes, but they didn't specifically say, gay bar. However, keeping that in mind, the oldest one that I have found was in New York. It was a restaurant that was called Charles Pfaff's, P-F-A-F-F, and Charles Pfaff was the owner of the restaurant, and downstairs they had a little beer cellar, a little hole-in-the-wall bar that was frequented by people like Walt Whitman, a lot of bohemians. It was well documented in the New York City police records as being busted for homosexual activity. So, and that was in the late 1800s. So we're talking about 150 years ago. So far, that's the oldest one. There was also one in Cannes, France, which I'm not counting because it's outside the country, called Zanzibar, which was very flagrantly a gay bar for about the same amount of time.
What are your first memories of going to a gay bar, and which bars were they?
So the very first gay bar I ever went to, I was kind of lured in there. I didn't know I was going. I had a boyfriend in high school, and I went to visit him his first year in college. He was going to school in Baltimore, and we went out to dinner one night. And after dinner, he said, "Let's walk down the street here. We're going to go to a bar." And I was like, okay. So he walks me down to this bar. We go inside and order a drink. And I turn around and I'm standing at the rail watching the people on the dance floor. And after a few minutes, I realized they were all men. And I was like, wow, this is crazy, because I didn't even know at that time that really there were such a thing as gay bars. That bar, it was 1978 was the year, and that bar was the Hippopotamus on Eager Street in Baltimore, Maryland. It remained open until 2015, so it closed about 7 years ago.
What is the longest running gay bar in the country right now?
That's also a complicated question for a couple of reasons. It depends on exactly how you define the longest running gay bar. So there's one in Oakland, California called the White Horse that has been around since the 30s and is still operating as an openly gay bar. that would be my vote for the longest running bar. Some people say Cafe Lafitte in New Orleans, which
Right.
also has been around since the 30s. I would disqualify that bar because it has changed locations and technically names. It was originally called Cafe Lafitte, and now it's Cafe Lafitte in Exile.
In Exile.
Because they were forced to move. So I'm not so sure if you would count that one. And then there's also one in New York that's pretty well known. Julius has been operating since the Depression as well, but there's questions as to whether the first, in the 30s and 40s, whether they were gay friendly or not. So they've been operating as a bar since the 30s, but not really predominantly a gay bar until maybe the 50s.
But wait, there's more of the interview with Art Smith coming up. But first, let's find out what Duane Scott Cerny has been doing up in my attic.
What's in your attic?
What I have for you today is a superb collection of vintage cocktail shakers, circa 1930s through 1950s. Now, let me direct your discerning eye to...
Hey, I need a drink. You a bartender or what?
What kind of beer you got on tap? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We don't serve beer. We're a cocktail bar. I'll be with you in just a moment, though. Now, notice how well this shaker is made. The thickness of the glass. Beer can thickness is what I'm looking for. We don't serve beer. Okay then, how about a pink lady? Sir, all we have are pink gentlemen. Many, many pink gentlemen.
Duh. Hey, I want a kitty cocktail.
I'm sorry, we're all out of kitties. Can I give you a one-eyed cat that bites everyone during Show Tune Tuesdays? Now, these cocktail shakers are fabricated in aluminum and chrome with lucite handles and Bakelite knobs.
He said knobs.
But no job.
Unemployment sucks. I'll have what the drunk is having.
He's not having anything. Anything. Neither of you are having anything, okay? Okay? Can I get on with my demonstration?
I am not drunk. I was just overserviced. Hey, no. I was once under a social influencer, and I was on frickin' top of him. Now who do I have to upcheck on to get a drink around here?
That would be me, I think. Am I into that?
Hey, I hear you make a mean Shirley Temple. Ugh. Just leave the vodka out and she becomes a total bitch.
Now, this canister-shaped shaker is a rare precision cooler with a self-contained cooling unit that keeps your drinks 20 degrees colder. And the smallest of the three is a recipe shaker from the 1933 Chicago World's Fair.
Hey, what's in a Kim Kardashian? Half of the NBA. The other half is at my place.
Somehow I feel both shaken and stirred.
I'd buy this whole place around and round and round of drinks if I wasn't so damn busy. So, does this dive get any better like later? You know, daddies or cubs or otters or wolves or gophers or skunks or raccoons or beavers or bunnies or squirrels or owls or turtles or frogs or snakes or some foul-mouthed crustaceans. Come on. Has a deer, a little doe? Yeah, $2.
Thursday is Woodland Creatures Night. Half price medium well martinis and free monkeypox testing.
Wow. This place has got everything except alcohol. Cocktails. My two favorite words.
What's in your attic?
Watching Duane Scott Cerny with those cocktail shakers reminds me we've got part 2 of our interview with Art Smith. Let's watch. What period of time would you say had the most gay bars in the United States?
I would say, and I haven't actually done the the research year by year to document this, but I believe, and from conversations, I've done almost 100 interviews with people talking about the gay bars. I believe I would have to say the 80s. The 80s was probably the strongest time for gay bars for a number of reasons. One is that in the late 60s and 70s, we had that kind of free love movement, peace and the flowers and Woodstock and smoking pot and, all this free love kind of movement. And it opened up the minds of a lot of people to accepting gay bars and gay society in their town. So I think that was part of it. There were also changes in the law that allowed women to have more rights in the 70s, and that gave them a little bit more freedom. And so I think in general, society was becoming a little bit more open-minded. And you started to see bars open up. You also started to see less police intervention. For the 50s and 60s and even into the 70s, a lot of times the police would come in and harass gay bar patrons and owners. After Stonewall, that diminished, and you started to see a little bit more proper businessmen, gay-owned gay bars as opposed to mafia-owned or, whatever. So I would have to say the 80s. And, of course, the other thing is that was a big impact was the disco era. Because when disco music hit the streets, it opened up a whole new mindset, and you started seeing people of color intermingling with gay people, intermingling with straight people, because the music was what drove it. And so many of the discos were either gay owned or gay friendly. So that started to expand the world of gay bars too.
All right, you said that the 80s was the boom of gay bars. Well, the 80s also had AIDS. How did that affect the gay bars?
Well, they became important for a different reason. In the 70s, especially for the men's community, the bars were a place to hook up and find a sex partner for the day or the night or the afternoon or whatever. They were also a place to meet some like-minded people. But when AIDS came along, they became the center of the community where you did all your fundraising, your exchange of information. The local health authorities started distributing flyers and condoms and all kinds of things to help promote safe sex. You started finding drag queens coming in and doing performances at no charge to raise money to pay for the hospitalization and care of the people who were HIV positive at that time. So they became a very important part of our community at that time. And I think that may also be another reason why the number of them exploded, is because people that may not necessarily have been bar people felt the need to go out and support the community at a time of need.
I remember sitting in a gay bar in Lima, Ohio, sitting around and the bartender saying, "Hey, I read in the New York Times about this gay cancer. You guys heard anything about that?" And that's when it first came on my radar, was at a gay bar. And that's where information has always been disseminated about healthcare, testing, condoms everywhere. So what an important part they had in the fight against AIDS. You talk about it's the GayBarchives.
Right.
Does this include also lesbian bars?
It does. Going back to my days of coming out of the closet and going to my first gay bar, everything was gay. Gay was the word for the community. All the national organizations, it was the National Gay Task Force. Now it's the National LGBTQ plus Task Force. But back then, gay was the name for the community of male homosexuals, lesbians, drag queens, transvestites, transsexuals. They were all bundled into a group that was known as gay. And I chose that word partially because it's a lot easier than saying LGBTQ plus whatever. It's also because many of the bars that I have identified and have spoken about would consider themselves gay bars historically. A bar in 1982 did not call itself an LGBTQ bar. So that's part of it as well. And another reason is because internationally, I think the word gay is more common because other languages have adopted it. So, for instance, in France, if you're going to a gay bar, it's a bar gay. The French word for gay is gay. So, whereas the acronyms would change depending on the language, depending on what you call a lesbian or what you call a bisexual in your language, you would have a different acronym, and that makes it more difficult. But in any event, I make it clear on my website and in the interviews, I've used the word queer. Some people find offense to that, but I've used the word queer. I've used LGBTQ. I've used homosexual. I mix it up because I wanted people to realize that it's basically about the whole community.
That's right. I remember it just being gay, and then gay and lesbian, and GLB, and then all of a sudden it was LGB. And I want to know who decided to put the L first.
I'm going to go out on a ledge here and say that it was probably a lesbian.
We still have another part of the interview coming up, but first I want to talk to Russell. Russell, come in.
Hey, oh my goodness, such a great show, and everything about Art's collection and the GayBarchives and Duane's crazy video in your attic. You just never know
what's funny about the interview with Art Smith is we were doing this down in Provincetown, and I had my headphones on, so Russell was listening, but all he could hear was what I was saying. He couldn't hear what Art was saying, so this is new for him as well.
I had no idea what was going on.
And we like it that way. All right, give another shout out, Russell.
Yes, well, we have a lot more to come with the show. We've got some Rusty Peen, we've got Art Smith, we've got Rocco, but what keeps all that on the stream is our bustiers. And remember, you can be a bustier by donating at Venmo at RJD Pro or using your credit card at amberlive.tv and looking for the support Amber Live button. And thank you to all our bustiers. You are really vital to keeping this going. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now you mentioned Rusty Peen, so let's find out what he's been thinking and drinking about.
Thinking and drinking with Rusty Peen. Dude, welcome to another edition of Thinkin and Drinkin. I'm Rusty Peen, president of the Beaver Pond Guns and Tackle Society, and our mission is to arm more drag queens because a loaded drag queen is a safe drag queen. Dude, we learned a lot on this fucking program. And today we're gonna learn one of the most important fucking lessons. It's called the cycle of fifths. Dude, there's some people, like Cousin fucking Craig, we're gonna tell you that the cycle of fifths is about learning key signatures and what sharps appear in successive keys. Like, flying cool girls do almost everything better. You know what, Cousin Craig? There's a lot of shit that they don't teach you at Dirtmouth fucking college. Or any other poison ivy fucking college, for that matter. Dude, the circle of fifths is the different sizes of liquor bottles that you can buy in a store. Okay, dude, let's start with a fifth. It's 750 milliliters right here, so you might be asking yourself, dude, what the fuck is a liter? Dude, a liter is a unit of measurement in the fucking metric system, dude. And the metric system is a system of measurement used by the rest of the fucking world, except for some reason by America. Dude, there's fucking 16 shots in a fifth. 16 shots. Okay, bud. The next size up from a fifth is a liter. That's 1,000 fucking milliliters, dude. That's a lot of fucking milliliters. In a liter size bottle, you got fucking 22 shots. Or fucking 30.8 ounces. Dude, how much is a fucking liter? A liter is 33.8 fucking ounces, dude. Next size up from a liter. That's a fucking magnum, dude. Dude, 50.7 ounces or 33 shots, dude. Sweet. What about the smaller sizes of liquor? Dude, here's where shit gets fucked up. By now you're probably asking yourself, well, how much is a shot? Dude, let's ask this bottle of Fireball. Yeah. Okay, bud. Why are the smaller sized bottles of liquor fucked up? You wanna know why? Cause a pint ain't a pint. Dude, you go to the store and you ask for a pint-sized bottle. You're gonna get something like this. This is 375 milliliters, 12.7 ounces. You know how much a fucking pint is? 16 ounces, dude. Dude, you get 8 shots out of this. Dude, cut it in half. Dude, they got a fucking half pint right here. This is fucking 4 shots and shit, dude. Dude, it's 250 fucking ounces. Dude, they call half a pint 6.8 ounces, and you get 4 shots out of it. Cut it in half, you get a quarter pint, 2 shots. So today we learned that pints in liquor are based on a shot. Dude, that's all the time we got today for Thinkin, Drinkin. Write me in the comments or send an email to rustypeenisme@gmail.com to let me know what you're thinking and also what you're drinking.
Thinkin' and Drinkin' with Rusty Peen.
Every time I go to visit Upper Beaver Gash, I always think, why don't they have great shops like we do down in Beaver Pond? Well, now you don't have to leave the safety of your home and risk getting that pesky Beaver 19. You can shop at the Amber Live store right off the interwebs.
And it's a better shop than Peggy's Plump and Proud. Oh, but don't tell her I said that. She's still giving discounts to the Beaver Pond players for the costumes.
I like the great products like the coffee cups I drink my morning coffee out of, or my evening beers if I feel like getting all fancy.
Down at B&B Fix-It Shop, we use large Amber Live beach towels to lay out on the grass every day at $4.20.
And don't miss the Rusty Peen collection for all your peen needs, dude.
Ditto on whatever he said. I just love their shirts and hoodies. Oh yes, that they have at the Amber Live store. Oh, they keep me so cool in the summer and warm in the winter at the Amber Live store.
So shop at the best store in Beaver Pond, or better yet, stay on your couch, eat some pork rinds, have a beer, and order right now on amberlive.tv.
Do you think you know all there is to know about the history of gay bars? Well, there's still more to find out. Let's finish up this interview with Art Smith. So if I clicked on the GayBarchives.com, what would I see?
You would see a lot of things. I have pages on there that list all the gay bars that I have uncovered. So there's a tab that says bars, and it lists all the bars by city and state. So you can go and look at whatever city or state you're looking for and see how many bars I know about. And if I missed one, everybody and anybody is welcome to reach out to me. Oh. My email is GayBarchives@yahoo.com, and send me an email and say, hey, you missed this bar. Amber did that to me in our interview. She said, you missed Baker's Bar in Lima, Ohio. Get it in there. So it's going to be added today.
Exciting.
But you will also find a tab on there called TV, like television or transvestite, however you want to. And TV is where I list links and descriptions to all 99 interviews that I've done so far. And you can go and watch each one individually, so you can choose the ones you want to see. And they're all
I'm number 99.
Yes, Amber is number 99. Yes. And then I also have a tab there, and this is something that's going to be really important to people who have an interest in LGBTQIA plus history. I have a tab on there called Archives. And Archives because of the nature of the research and how much time I spent trying to find sources for information, I created a single page on my website called Archives that lists all of the online websites for archives anywhere I could find them. So you can go in there and look under the state of California and find the GLBT History Society's archive for San Francisco, or the one archive in Los Angeles, or any of them. And there's over 100 different archival websites on that listing. So if you're curious about your history of gay bars in your area, whether that's Pittsburgh or Miami or Houston, you can find an archive in there and look at their website directly and find information about our history too.
Fascinating. Art. So what were you doing in real life before you started doing this?
I was doing small business marketing, doing a lot of social media management and work for small businesses. And suddenly, in addition to the fact that the restaurants and nightclubs closed up because of COVID, so did a lot of the social media marketing work because none of the businesses were open. So I found myself with a lot of extra time. And I also help a friend of mine run a small boutique he has on the weekend. So that gives me something to do. But,
Where's your home base?
I'm based in Tampa, Florida. So I've been here for a good while. I originally moved to Tampa in 1998. And I love being in the sunshine and not ever needing a winter coat, really.
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. I just wish you had better politics in Florida.
Yeah, but people say that all the time. Well, you should all the gay people should move out of Florida. And no, the gay people should stay here and fight to make it, a blue state. It's funny that in Tampa, as well as Miami, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, there are numerous pockets in the state that are very blue.
Yeah.
And here in Tampa, we have the unique distinction of having a mayor in Tampa who is not only an openly lesbian woman, but she is the first woman to serve as the chief of police in the city of Tampa as well.
Wow.
So she worked her way up through the police department for 30 years, became chief of police, and now she is nearing the end of her first term as an openly lesbian mayor in the city of Tampa, and very public about it. She makes appearances at all kinds of events and benefits with her partner, who is also a high-profile lesbian. Raised two beautiful sons that are just great kids. But she's very open about it. Everybody knows she's a lesbian and nobody cares.
So there's hope for Florida.
And when she ran for her office, when she ran for mayor of Tampa, her opponent was had a net worth of about $500 million, personal net worth. And he wanted to be mayor of Tampa. He spent $6 million of his own money campaigning to win mayor of Tampa. And Jane beat him. In the primary, there were 9 candidates. You have to get 51% of the vote to win. She got 48.5%. So they had a runoff between her and the very wealthy guy. She beat him 3-1. And he had spent $6 million to win. So, she had a strong following, and it just makes me. I know Jane. She's Jane Castor. She's a great woman, very friendly, and it's kind of cool to know that you live in a place that can, just like he said about Bernie Sanders from Burlington. Yes. It just makes you feel good about where you're from when.
Yes, it does. Well, Art, thank you so much for talking to me about your archives, and it's fascinating. And I can guarantee you, people are going to click on your website and they're going to say, "Hey, what about my favorite bar? Where is it?" And
I hope so.
Requests. All right. Well, thank you so much, Art. It's great talking to you, and our paths will cross again.
All right. Thank you, Amber.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Art Smith. That was a great time talking with you. And now, for you viewers, if you go to his website, look for any city in the country and click on it. And if you know of a gay bar that's not listed, write Art and tell him about it. I wonder if Rocco Zamboni's ever been to a gay bar. I'll have to ask him sometime.
Hey, Amber, how you doing? It's me, Rocco. I'm here with this lovely lady over at the bar. And, you know, I'm checking out the local gay bars on Long Island.
This is not a gay bar.
This is a gay bar.
This is not a gay bar.
Look at that guy over there. You tell me he ain't gay?
Well, it's actually kind of cute.
Yeah, well, that's because gay people are cute, I guess.
It's not gay.
Whatever. We're at a bar.
This is not a gay bar.
All right, we're having a gay old time, all right?
It's not a gay bar.
That's what you say. She don't know much. I'm drinking whatever I'm drinking.
You're drinking a Manhattan. I'm drinking an old fashioned.
Yeah, gay. I'm telling you.
This is not a gay bar.
Oh, this is 100% gay. All right. I could have sworn I saw some guy dancing on the bar before.
Maybe, but it's not a gay bar.
All right. I think she's crazy. Maybe she's.
But I'm cute.
You're very cute. I'm gonna hit this later if I'm lucky. So. Anyway, so we're not at a gay bar. She's laughing at me for some reason. I don't know why. But we're going to talk to you later, Amber, all right? Just say goodbye. Show me your fingernails.
These are cute, right?
Gay.
No.
Gay.
Thank you, Rocco. Well, it's been a great show. Thank you so much for watching tonight. We'll see you next week. So come on in, Boog and Shug. Finish us out.
Hello? Amber Live? Is this Jack Russell? Wait, this is Jack Russell? Cool. I'm talking to the producer. Where's our money?